Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So this video is one of the most requested video when I posted the last video about my work day. So as you have seen in the title and also in the thumbnail, I'm gonna explain how I became a digital marketer. So this is completely my experience, like how I started and what's my background and what is my present state, like how many years of experience I have and what are the things I have done in the past companies. So I'll explain all that. This is just gonna be purely talking. So this might get boring, but I hope that this is relevant for you because I got too many requests in the previous video that you guys would like to know about this career and how I started and what is the career path and all that. So before we begin, let me just set an expectation about how this video is gonna be. So at first I'll be giving a brief introduction about myself, like my background, what I have studied and in what year. And then I'll be explaining how I found out digital marketing, how I discovered digital marketing, and then I will tell you exactly what made me choose this career. And after that, I will be explaining how I started the digital marketing training and what was I doing at that time and what was the sources where I got these training from and what was the resources which I was relying on. And then we will move on to the next topic, which is how I got my first job as a digital marketer. And then I will explain my career progression there, how I got the next job and what are the skills I have acquired in all these companies where I worked. And finally, I will explain my current position and also what are the things I do in a day-to-day basis. And then I have some tips for the aspiring digital marketers, which will be really helpful. And then I will summarize the whole thing, and yeah, that's it. This is how this video is going to be. In here you can see what are the points I'm going to cover, and also I will try to add the timestamps of each chapter so that in case if you want to skip to any particular chapter, you can just click on that timestamp. You'll be there. So let's begin. So let's start with the first topic, my background. So I did my computer science and engineering, as most of the people does that. I did my BE computer science too. So when I started with this course, I was really interested in that. I thought that this is going to be great because I was too much into coding at that point of time. I used to build a website when I was studying in 9th, 10th and all that using HTML language at that time. So I was really interested in these things. And when the course actually started, it was completely different because in the first year we had to learn mechanical engineering, we had to learn electronics, we need to learn the physics, chemistry, all these irrelevant things for a computer engineer, right? So, as anybody else would have, I also lost interest in that. And you know, the college life and stuff, right? I got year back, I got backlogs, all these things. So the interest for learning or working in a company where I have to sit and do the coding, that was gone. Okay. So when I completed my engineering, I was very sure that I don't want to, sit and do the coding thing and stuff because it was very stressful, and also I lost that interest in that. During this engineering time, I lost the interest of this coding and stuff. So I wanted a different career which is not completely coding. Most of you all might know this company, 247.ai. It's in Marthahalli, Bangalore. So that is where I started my career. I think it is just after 10 days after I finished my, final exams. I came to Bangalore, I joined this company, I started working there. And one benefit which I got there was that the client which was assigned to me, it was an e-commerce company. Okay, it was a huge e-commerce company in the US. So that exposure I got, like I could understand how exactly an e-commerce company works. And also the main highlight is that, so while I was working in 24/7, the main thing was that my communication improved really well. At that time, when compared to what I was before, my communication really improved. So that helped me in the later years actually. That communication part really helped me. So 1 year I worked in this company, but I didn't want to do this night shift thing because that was affecting my, the overall well-being completely. Most of you people might know who had worked in the night shift and all might know this, right? So I wanted a different thing, and at that time I did not know what exactly digital marketing was. I have never heard about it. So one day when I was there, I just happened to saw one of my friend's Instagram story where he had put, where he started a new job and he had put his computer and office setup. So I asked him, like in the caption he had written SEO something. Okay, I did not know what exactly was SEO. So I just pinged him and asked him, what exactly is your job? And he told me that we help the companies or brands or websites to rank higher on Google search. And when I heard that, I was really interested in that. I just dig deeper into that. I went on to Google and tried searching about SEO and digital marketing. And all these things, what I learned at that time, I think it was before 7 years. It was really interesting for me. You know, when you run an ad, it is not like how we run the ad on a newspaper or anything, like the offline thing. You can measure everything of ad which you put on online, right? You can get the number of clicks, impressions, click-through rate, all these things. So this whole digital marketing thing was very, very interesting, and also it was very enticing for me that I wanted to know more about it, and also I wanted to explore the career opportunities in the coming years too. So when I thought about it, it made complete sense, because most in the coming days, definitely there's going to be more websites and more brands that are online, right? At that time, we did not know much about the COVID-19 or anything. Not much about. We did not know about COVID-19 or anything, right? So even then, I thought that that's going to be future, because there will be brands coming in on online, and there will be a need for these digital marketers. So I started the research part, and I was looking for learning it, right? So I was just trying to find out any nearby, digital marketing training places where I could go and get trained. So I was living in Marthali at that time in Bangalore. So I just searched, like anybody else, digital marketing training near me. That's what we do actually today. So I searched for that and found one nearby, and it had good rating too. And I don't think they exist in Bangalore now, but I found out that, and I went to that place and asked for the pricing. They told me it is 20 or 25,000 for 3 months. So it was a 3-month course. I thought, okay, I can do that. But the problem was that I had this job, right? This 24/7 job. And that's what is, giving me the salary to live there. So what I did was that it was really tough at that time, because night I had to work, and morning, if I'm going for this course, I will have to spend 3 hours there. And then again, evening I have to start the work. And again, it was like all of, very tight schedule. The time for sleeping was less. And even when I'm thinking it now, I feel that might have affected my whole sleep cycle thing, because right now, these days, I don't get much sleep. Not these days, I never get much sleep, enough sleep actually. So coming back to the main topic. So I started this thing. So in the daytime, I'll go for this digital marketing training, and nighttime, I'll go for this work. So I used to sleep around just 4 hours or something. That's it. That's the sleep I get. I used to go to work like in that mood. So yeah, it was kind of tough, but it all made sense when I finally got into digital marketing. So after 3 months, when I was done with the course, I thought that now it's time for me to move on from 24/7, because I have completed 1 year there. And now, as I'm done with digital marketing, I should start looking for digital marketing things. So we have covered the background of mine, and then we understood the turning point where I discovered digital marketing, and then we covered how I made that decision of pursuing this career. Now let's move on to the first job part. So how I got my first job. One of my friend at that time, who was my roommate also in a PG where we are living in Marthali, he was working in a company, IT consulting company, and there happened to be a lookout for a digital marketing executive at that time. As I was very new, I did not have much experience, right? So it would be very difficult, but I asked him to, talk to the people there. So he had talked to them and set up an interview for me. So the person called me, it was all via call. So he talked to me and he asked me multiple questions. As I've learned all these things, it's more of a, theory thing, but the communication part, I said sometime back what I got from 24/7, it really helped me at that time. So I could express what and all things I had to say, and I could connect with these topics and also the practical applications of that. So I spoke to the guy, and then I spoke to the CEO of that company, and they were impressed with that, and that's how I got my first job. And I think the first payout which I got was what I was getting in 24/7 was only 16,000 or something, 16,000 per month. And then I got this, it was around 22,000 per month. Okay, so that is my first company. That's how I started. So in that company, I think it's the same for most of the startup companies. When you hire a digital marketer, you are expected to do a lot of things, which is not just one SEO or paid ads, nothing. You have to do everything there. Even now the story is exactly the same in startup companies. So I had to, prepare the social media post. I have to post it on Instagram. I have to run paid ads. I have to do SEO, all these things. But that is helpful because I could understand all these things, right? So I worked in that company for 1 year, and then one of the breakthrough had happened. The breakthrough, I can't say it's a big breakthrough, but I think in my story there are two big breakthroughs, and this was the first one. I got a call from BMW. So they were starting in Bangalore at that point of time, and they wanted a digital marketer to run the Google ads and also to manage the social media at that time. So I was really interested because it's a huge brand, right? And also that brand will help my resume also in the upcoming years. So I attended that interview and I could clear it very well because I was doing the same thing here. Lead generation was there, social media posting was there, and that's what they want to do. They also want to do the social media part, and also they want to increase the lead generation where they want more customers who wants to buy these cars, right? So I joined that company, BMW, in Bangalore. So they were just starting at that point of time. The whole showroom was like nothing was there, no posters, nothing. So at that time when I joined, I was one of the first employees there. So we did not have a marketing manager or marketing head at that point of time, right? So I had to look into all these things, even the offline thing and even the digital marketing thing. But it was really good. I could build a lot of connections there, and also different experiences with the vendors who does the sticker works in the showroom, and also we had the guide to the BMW standards, where we have to keep the cars, how we have to keep the cars, all these things, too many things at that point of time. But it was really helpful for me because even now when I go to that showroom, I could see those posters which I have supervised for fixing it there. So it feels really good too. So slowly all the setup was done, and then I understood that I don't have to create any social media posting here because we have a dedicated agency who would provide those. So I just have to post that, but I had to do the Google ads part. So the Google ads, lead generation, social media lead generation, all these came into picture. So after 1.5 years, one of the biggest thing happened in the whole world came into picture. The COVID-19 happened. So all of a sudden people don't want to come to the showroom and buy these cars, and people just don't want to buy these cars because it's all uncertain, right? So at that time everything was going down, and I was also thinking, like, because we were working from home at that time, for the first time we were experiencing work from home and all that. So at that time I started my lookout for a job in the UAE, okay, via LinkedIn. So I applied a lot, and I got too many rejection emails too because I was not physically present in there, right? But as it is COVID, there are companies which are ready for this work from home setup. So I got an offer from such a company. I got an offer from Dubai. They sell these home decor items, the Christmas items and all these things. It's kind of huge there in Dubai. So I got that job, and the pay was really significantly higher, but as I am doing work from home, they did a little bit of a cut there. Okay, so when I was working in BMW, the salary was, at first I told you, right, it was 15 or 16 in 24/7, then it was 20, 22 in the second company, and in third company it was around 34, 35, somewhere there. So I got a 100% hike when they deduct the work from home part in the Dubai company. Okay, so I got there, and I was the only one who had to manage all things. Okay, but the thing is that the website which they are working on is built on a platform called as Shopify. So I was new to that, but I could learn about all these things. I was very curious about learning all these things because it was a good package and the work from home setup and all that, right? So I will give my 100% for sure. So I learned all these things, and I learned how to manage a Shopify website, and then I started the multiple ads for selling these products, and the results were coming in really good. We were selling too many items from the website, and the budget which I'm taking in was very less, but the returns that they were getting was also really high. So I'm just summarizing what had happened before. So in the first company where I worked, it was everything, right? So I learned a bit of everything. So SEO was there, Google Ads was there, social posting was there, everything was there. So in the second company, it was mostly lead generation. Okay, So in the third company, it was website sales. Okay, so even if I'm changing the company one year, 1.5 years, I am learning something from there, and it will help me in the coming years, because I believe that, not I, actually my one of my mentor, I have a mentor who helps me with all the corporate decisions. He told me that in your first 5 years of job, you need to switch at least every 1 year or 1.5 years, so that your package will be better, but most importantly, your skill set will also increase. For example, if I stayed in the first company, I would have an idea about everything, but not in depth. Okay, so the second company where I worked, it was lead generation. Okay, so I was there, and as I stayed there, I was working only on that. I could learn all these lead generation part, right? So that was helpful for me in the third company. And third company, the social media part came in, the meta ads came in, the Instagram ads and stuff came in. So I learned that also. So in the first 5 years, as my mentor has advised me, I was learning every skills possible, because after 5 or 6 years, I could focus only on one thing that will be my core skill. Okay, so the Dubai company happened. So I was working there. I worked there for like 2 years, and after that I wanted to switch, because in this time period I have learned most of the stuffs about digital marketing. Okay, and the website sales was good, everything was good, but it has reached a saturation level for my skill set, because I was not learning anything more. It has become more of a repetitive task, because I'm just running ads, sales are happening from the website, there is nothing new there. So I wanted to try the organic marketing part, which is the non-paid ones, where we have to do the search engine optimization, where we don't spend any money there. We just make certain changes to the website, and then it is getting ranked on the Google search engine. So that's how I reached my fourth company, right? No, fourth, right? 24/7, second company, BMW, fourth company. Yeah. So there it was purely SEO. Okay, it was a huge agency. Yeah, that was my first agency experience too. It was a huge agency which manages multiple pharma brands. The pharma brands are like the huge ones in the world itself. So their base location was in US. They have an office in India, two offices in India. So I was working from Bangalore at that time. So there I got the knowledge of SEO and performance marketing. SEO was there from the beginning itself, but not that in depth, right? I was doing it, but I just got to learn more about this SEO part in this company, right? So I was working on that, and I spent some time there. I think close to 1 year I worked on SEO part. So it had completed this above said 5-6 years there. So right now it's my time to focus on one thing, one skill. So I need to look back and see what exactly was that skill. So I found SEO to be really a great skill which I can focus on. I was really interested in the Google ads too, but I thought, okay, this one is perfect. SEO is perfect. So I had narrowed it down to Google ads, and not just Google ads, but paid ads and SEO. So my final company, the company which I am working currently, had come into picture. It was a very good company. The work-life balance is good, and they are awarded as the best place to work, and too many certifications and stuff. It's a very good company. It's an MNC. So the MNC part of this company had given me that the push which I needed for switching the job. So I switched my job, and I became a digital marketing lead there with 7 years of experience now. It's more than 7 years now. So that's what is currently going on. And here it's it's completely SEO related tasks. We have to create the SEO strategy. We have to do the implementations on the websites. We have to do, make multiple changes. And also the platform where this website is being managed is also new for me. So I can learn about that also. So right now I have reached that point where I always wanted to be, right? So from the first, when I'm starting it, I wanted to, at this place, I wanted to become a digital marketing manager in the future. And I wanted to focus on one core skill, which I really like. So that had happened now. So that is how my current job is going on. So that is about my career progression. So we have covered the introduction, we have covered the background of mine, then we have understood how I discovered digital marketing, then we understood like how I made that decision to pursue this career. then I have explained how I got my first job, then I explained the career progression of mine. So now let's come to the topic which you guys are mostly interested in, the tips for the aspiring digital marketers. So first thing you need to understand is that this one is completely a skill based job. Okay, you don't need much of a theory knowledge here, and also your degree doesn't matter here. Okay, you don't have to have a fancy degree or anything to do this job. You know the job, you can get it. Okay, so it's very, if you're ready to do the hard work and make time for learning all these skills, that will really help you in getting this job and progress in this career. So in the description below, I will provide all the free certifications which is highly valuable for digital marketing below. Okay, you can see, I'll give the link also. You just go there, you start the training there, and you finish the certification. It's free. And also I'll provide at least 5 YouTube videos where I find that it will cover everything about digital marketing. You really don't have to go to an a training center and learn all these things. You don't have to spend any money there. All these knowledge is available for free. We have multiple resources actually. I will provide everything in the description. It will be really helpful for you guys. And these videos which I mentioned, right, I will give 5 video links, and I think almost all the videos are like too much lengthy. Okay, it's like 10 hours video. So you just sort out one from that and you just watch from the start to the end. You will have a lot of idea about all these things, 100%. I guarantee that, because I have learned exactly like that. I went to this training center, and from there I was learning, and at the same time I went to Google Digital Garage. There also I get free training, and there were like multiple videos from Simply Learn or Edureka. It's all available for free on YouTube. I was looking into that and learning and making these notes and trying to, as I told you in the beginning, right, I like to make websites. So I tried to apply all these things what I'm learning on this website. So it wasn't costing anything. Okay, it was costing my time, but money wise it wasn't costing anything. So if you're ready to put in your time into that will definitely show you this the results for sure. You will definitely be a successful digital marketer. And even if you don't want to do the the 9-to-5 job in digital marketing, the best way to do is that freelancing. I did not explain this in the whole explanation part. I also had multiple freelancing clients too when COVID came in, right? So at that time I did not have job for 3 months or something. I was looking for a job at that time, or even before also I was looking for a job. So at that time these freelancing clients had helped me with the I was doing the job for them and they were paying me for that. I was living on that. So that also really helps. I could just do freelancing instead of a 9-to-5 job, because 9-to-5 job you will have a fixed salary, right? In freelancing it can be anything. It can be a lot, it can be a lot less. It's all up to you and your time. You can decide how long I want to work, how many clients do I want. So these things comes into picture, right? So you can decide, like do you want to do the freelancing, or do you want to do the 9-to-5? 9-to-5 is more secure. You have the job security, multiple perks too. So you can decide on that. But first you need to learn all these things, right? You learn all these things using the resources which I'm giving in the description below. And in case if you come across any kind of questions or doubts, you just feel free to put it in the comment section below. So I will definitely, like I have done in the previous video, I will definitely reply you guys. So I think that it's not just the aspiring digital marketers who is watching this video. There might be digital marketers who is working currently is watching this video. In case if you are, please share your story also in the comment section below, because people who comes to watch this video, right, it will be really motivating and inspiring for them also for pursuing this career. And for the aspiring digital marketers, like I said, please feel free to drop any question in here. We'll definitely answer those. So I guess that's it. I have covered everything that I promised from the start to the present. So please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And also if you are interested in knowing how a day of a digital marketer look like, please watch the link given in the I don't know if it is here or here. yeah, please do watch the previous video which I posted. It will give you an idea about how a digital marketing lead's life is, or a day is. So please do subscribe and like this video if you liked it, and drop your questions or any feedback in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.